Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for part 2 of the Monday Q&A, so let's do it. First question. Can you emphasize certain parts of the lats up or lower, like the chest? If yes, then what exercises emphasize those parts? This one's subject to a lot of debate. I've never seen evidence either observing someone in real life or any data that would suggest that different parts of the lat can be stimulated to a greater or lesser degree for size. Now, they can be stimulated in terms of performance through joint angle specificity, but I have seen guys build full thick lats, bottom to top, inside to out, doing a variety of different things. Ones who focus purely on weighted chin-ups or pull-ups, people who focus on barbell rowing, which is a completely different angle. Both seem to be able to develop big, thick lats. And it doesn't seem to affect the inner or the outer, more upper or lower, whether they do partial reps, full range of motion reps with a stretch. It only seems to affect their performance through those planes of motion. I don't really see a difference in development in the people I've observed over the years. And again, I've seen no real data on this suggesting otherwise. Now, a lot of the other muscles can be affected. Things like the thoracic erectors, your traps, your rhomboids, your rear delts, all these other body parts can be affected by different lifts. And you need to do some research yourself and figure out which ones are doing that. And if you have one of those you need to develop more, then you need to put some more focus on it. But in terms of the lats themselves, I've not seen a difference. And I don't think it's worth really spending a lot of time thinking about. Just go in and do these heavy lifts. Pick the ones that you feel work best for you, and do them and develop your lats. All right, next question. How do you judge if a recomp is going well, since a scale is obviously not going to be trustworthy? Well, the scale isn't trustworthy if you're doing a lot of undulation in your carb intake and calorie intake, in which case if you use the scale on the same days and you're okay, let's say you do a refeed every Saturday, and you do your weigh-in every Sunday, your Sunday weigh-ins should be pretty close to each other unless there was a massive difference in sodium on those different Saturdays. So for people who want to recomp, you've got to remember recomping is slow. Recomping isn't fun. It doesn't give fast results for anything. You don't make dramatic changes quickly on a recomp compared to what you do on bulking or cutting. So what you need to do for recomp is, yes, you do need to use a scale. You need to use your weights. Are you getting stronger? If you're not getting stronger, you're not recomping. That's a given. There's no way around that. And you need to use regular photo updates. If you're really concerned about it, you need to have means of tracking it, whether it's continual body caliper checking. And remember, body calipers are notoriously inaccurate, but if the same person does them and uses the same method over and over, they might have your body fat off by 8% from what it really is, but it will be off consistently 8%. So calipers can be useful as long as the same person is doing them in the same feed period of your week, like immediately before or after your refeeds, and they're using the same method. And then photos. I recommend for people who really want to recomp, go ahead and do weekly photos or videos of yourself that you can take snapshots of the photos and hold on to that for observation. That's going to be one of your most useful tools. So yeah, scale weight, regular photos, and are your lifts improving? That's going to tell you how effective your recomp is. All right, next question. Opinions on Agile 8 and when, where to add it in. Doing 5-3-1 at the moment, and it appears to recommend it before each workout. Is this a good idea or likely to hinder the compound work? Thank you. For those who don't know, Agile 8, he's talking about DeFranco's Agile 8, which is something I recommend. People ask me, why don't you write a mobility or a stretching routine? I don't need to. Why would anybody need to? There's amazing top-level athletic trainers who put these things out for free. Anyone who's doing someone else's mobility routine when you have coaches like DeFranco who put them out for free, you're silly. Why would you even write one, or why would you follow a different one? The guy gets top-level NFL players more mobile. You can't beat that. So DeFranco's Agile 8, I think depending on the person, some people it will hinder your lifts, but if you consistently do it every single time before you train, and it happens to be your routine because you're a person who really needs a lot more mobility, then it doesn't matter because it will consistently affect your lifts the same. You'll have the same level of fatigue every time. It won't affect your progressive overload. And you'll probably reach a point to where you adapt to it to where it no longer negatively affects them, even if it does. So if you're one of those people that you feel that you need this, then go ahead and do so. I don't see an issue with it. I do think, however, people over-focus on mobility, and it's not always as important as people make it out to be. It depends upon the needs of the individual. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time in part 3.